Well, welcome to Motorsport TV, day 10 of the Silk Way Rally. 5,600 kilometers completed and another 4,000 to go. Now in China after 3 days in Russia and 4 in Kazakhstan. Yesterday was the only rest day, and this morning the Raiders are on their way from Urumqi to Hami. But let's look back at the past week. Sebastian Loeb has been the leader for 7 days now. His Peugeot utterly dominant after a cautious start. The only other driver to lead is his teammate Stefan Peterhansel until his role on stage 4. And with his car repaired, the 13 times Dakar winner is now playing wingman to Seb. The 8 stages, Seb has won 4. The Alsatian now 1 hour 8 minutes ahead of his closest pursuer. Despite some slips, Cyril Dupre here in the 100 car is second overall, the winner of last year's edition, 68 minutes behind his teammate, but everything is still possible for the former Dakar winner. Last year he kept his cool to the finish and took advantage of mistakes of others to triumph. Miniman Bryce Menzies is the first non-Peugeot driver, third overall, the American offering himself the luxury of claiming the 7th special. Sometimes it's a little backward. A little experienced in rally raids, the Red Bull Thrill Seeker has still shown great speed and has proved that he's able to compete with the big guns of the Enduros. Well, in the truck category, Kamaz has taken control. It's been Kamaz for the past 5 days after Tatra led for the first 4, but while the Russian trucks fill 3 of the top 4 places, the sole Tatra of Czech Mark Kolomy is separated from leader Dmitry Sotnikov here by just 20 minutes after 9 days. Sotnikov's Kamaz teammate here in the 312. Anton Shibalov is a little less than 10 minutes off his compatriot, yet to win the Silkway Rally, Shibalov this year has a golden opportunity to add it to his CV if he plays his cards right. Martin Kolomy, the Czech, has been the only driver able to stay with the Kamaz squad. Third after the rest day, only 20 minutes behind Sotnikov, the Czech Tatra pilot is still in the running for victory, third overall, as they head for the Xi'an finish on the 22nd of July in the city of the Terracotta Warriors. Stage 9 today then, which connects Urumqi with Hami. 813 kilometers, including 420 kilometers of time special, with the first big dunes fraught with difficulties. Well, this is Hami, where they reach tonight, located in a mineral-rich region in eastern Xinjiang, home to 530,000 people. Nickel was recently found here, and there's gold too. It's an important rail and air hub, but most famous for its sweet melons. Well, like most of the cities on the route, car and truck mad, and they're here to welcome the 9th stage of the Silkway Rally, which of course follows the old Silk Road. Well, this was the start this morning. Sebastian Loeb in the 104 Peugeot opens the stage on a special that is going to prove to be dramatic. The impossible happens. An hour earlier, he had crashed off in an off-piste area. The damage is considerable and Loeb sees his dream of victory disappearing. Let's go on board with them as it happened.
fini.
Not a lot that they can say, not a lot we can say. The car nosedives into a gully and rips the front end off. There's a lot of damage though as Loeb and his World Rally Championship winning teammate Daniel Elena check out the damage. Front suspension, everything is gone.
On est arrivé par là et puis il y a une saignée, on est sur une portion hors piste en fait.
We came here and there's a gully, here we are in the off-road bit. We were following a track but we couldn't see the gully. As with the first car on the road, I saw it too late, I hit it. Not that fast, but the chassis is broken at the front of the car. It's impossible to continue like this, so we're waiting for the assistance to go again. The steering is broken as well, it's going to be a long wait. In fact, Peter Hansel and Cottray did stop alongside to see if they could help, but the damage was too great for them to do anything. Loeb and Elena have to wait more than 2.5 hours before they are able to get on their way, only to stop 80 kilometers further. Then tonight, trying to make the bivouac, they have not yet arrived. Well, Cyril Dupre, running slower than Loeb since the start of the rally. His French teammate takes advantage of the accident to recover the head of the field. There's now only one Peugeot on the provisional podium. Number 100 being the only Peugeot that hasn't been hurt. Dupre and Castera finished 5th today and now have 44 minutes on their closest pursuers overall. This is the land of sand which they all came to race on.
J'aimerais pas être dans la mini quand même.
Là, non.
Je suis content d'être là.
Ils peuvent se faire démonter. Hein.
Prochaine autre à 1 km.
Je n'aimerais pas être avec Seb non plus.
Non.
You can tell those two are good friends from the language. Bryce Menzies then, a complicated day for the man from Arizona, only 10th at the finish. The American finished 20 minutes behind the winner after 2 punches. He also slowed a little after seeing what had happened to Loeb, didn't want to make the same sort of mistakes. He remains 3rd overall despite the Loeb accident, 6 minutes from 2nd place. His gap to Cyril Dupre, the new leader of the rally, is 51 minutes 23 seconds. Bryce should, of course, have gone 2nd, but Wei Han, Geely's Chinese driver, finished 4th on the stage today, 50 seconds behind Kun Liu, his teammate. Thanks to this performance, he took 17 minutes off Menzies, which has allowed him to go ahead of the American in the overall standings, and now to take 2nd place, a Chinese buggy in China. Now just 44 minutes behind Cyril Dupre, the only Peugeot not to have crashed, with 5 stages to the end of this Silkway rally. Wei Han's teammate Christian Lavier is another contender for the podium. The Frenchman recovered 10 minutes on Menzies, but lost 9 on Wei Han. At the end of the day, the bike motor driver is 4th overall, 1 minute 11 from the 3rd place position of Menzies. And the Silkway is building up to an incredible finish. And this is Lavier's teammate. We're about to see Binlong Lu the 130 bike moto. He finishes the stage 2nd fastest today. Best Chinese driver of the day. He loses the stage win by just 22 seconds. Mike Moto, driver passed the first 350 kilometers without being passed himself. Stefan Peterhansel and Jean-Paul Cottret may have stopped for 7 minutes to see if they could help Sebastian Loeb, but that didn't prevent them from claiming the fastest time on the stage today. The 13 times Dakar winner is 7th in the provisional standings, gradually coming back from that day 4 rollover. He's now 2.5 hours back from his leading teammate Cyril Dupre. Will he be chasing all the way to Xi'an? Let's hear from him.
En fait, on s'aperçoit que le rallye raid, ça tient pas grand-chose.
It's easy to lose everything in a couple of seconds in rally raiding, says Peter. At the start of the race, we had a good team, 3 fast crews, but of these 3 crews, 2 of them are already effectively out. So, yep, well, this is rally raiding. So here's today's special result. Look at that, what an upset. Chinese drivers in 2nd and 3rd. And overall in the rally, as we head for stage 10 tomorrow, it's Peugeot, it's Geely, Buggy and Mini. Well, our inside programme tonight looks at navigators. Might be rally raiding, you might have man at the wheel, but the real brains in the cab is the navigator. Behind every driver, his co-driver and his performance is a big part. In a rally raid, we don't have any recce, says Eugenie. We received the road book the day before and we cannot see the track. The road book, it's a book, drawings of each crossroads. It's our job to prepare the road book with colours and codes, to read it and read it fast and clearly. We prepare the night before. The main part of our job, says Russian Ruslan Amkadiev, is to find the shortest and the clearest route with the roadbook. And on this rally, I'm also the engineer, so I have to work on the engine. We're testing a new truck while we're here. I'm looking at temperatures, the turbo, the cooling systems, monitoring everything. It's a lot of work, as well as navigating. Eugenie Ducret tells us about GPS. We have limited information on that, she says. We have the cap, the speed and the kilometers, but mostly our eyes to understand the road ahead. David Costera said we learn how to read the field, how to understand and anticipate the notes we've made. I come from the organisation and I've raced motorbikes. That's how I learned and I proved myself in navigation, but I still miss some skills like reading fast and anticipating, like Daniel Elena gets with his World Rally Championship experience. But all of us have assets. I just need to work better on my own weak points.
À 300 mètres, Y droite. Et Y droite, c'est après un virage à gauche.
On va vraiment avoir un impact sur le résultat.
Well, the navigator really has an impact on the results, says Eugenie. Normally we say 50-50 for the driver and the co-driver. Confidence is mutual for both, because if we miss a note, it can be damaging. The driver's driving with his eyes and ears, says Ruslan, the navigator. Says right in the middle of the road, it'll brake and I want to go on, they're really concentrating. Ruslan agrees, the navigator has his ears, and with the intonation he can tell if it's more dangerous and makes the driver slow down.
y a une osmose qui se crée quand ça fonctionne.
Well, when it
Il y a
works,
pas
there's a
cette
synergy
osmose, ça devient
between the
vite compliqué.
driver and the
Donc,
navigator.
en
If there
rallye
isn't,
raid,
it's
ça
always
arrive quand on
hard.
fait des spéciales de 600
In rally raid, we
km,
sometimes do
décolle pas à
600
bonne heure,
kilometers,
perd
a
le
special
temps
stage in a day. It's
mentalement.
physically
Cyril,
and
qui est quand
mentally
même
hard.
aussi, qui a été très longtemps motard, navigateur. En moto,
Well, David
tout seul,
tells us
il a
that
une
Dupre was a
sensibilité, donc,
motorcycle rider
on
for a
se voit
long
des
time.
doutes
On a
ou
bike,
autre, on
you're
partage
the
des
navigator
dessins,
because
j'essaie
you're
de lui
alone. So
montrer,
he
voir ce qu'on
already
cherche.
knows my job.
Il y a quand
We
même
have doubts,
un
I
temps
show him
d'adaptation
draws
parce
to know
qu'il
if
faut
he has
avoir
an
des
idea.
codes, des façons de se parler,
It's hard
il
to
faut qu'on se
begin because
comprenne.
there are some
Il y a un
codes we have
effet
to speak and to
d'osmose et de
understand
travail
between
ensemble.
ourselves. We're looking for the osmosis, the synergy.
Essayer de se concentrer, faire le vide au moment du
We have to be
départ
focused at the
et
start.
faire
We need
tout
to
ça
be
spécial
linked
en
together
passant
during the
un autre
stage.
son
The
rouge.
road book
Ça, c'est la
is the
clé.
key to
Lorsqu'on arrive
success.
à
When we
trouver
find a
l'assise,
good way,
on est
we're
toujours
doing
bien
some
calé,
good
que
results.
ça
It's
avance,
always
et
a
que, bon,
pleasure, of course.
et puis que le classement suit derrière, bon, il y a beaucoup de plaisir aussi.
Au moment où on arrive sur la
It's
dune,
just more than that,
on
says
va
Eugenie.
aider
When we're coming up on
le
a dune,
pilote
I'll
à
help the
passer
driver find a
peut-être un
good
peu
way. I
plus à
need to look
droite
at
ou
the
à gauche,
sand color. I
chercher
can
le
see where
dur,
it's
la
deep, where
différence
it's
de couleur
hard.
de sable,
To know the
tout
best
ça,
way, it's really hard.
c'est
We're
en
not
fait,
bored in the car.
on s'ennuie pas.
It's a
Hein.
lot of work. We're focused
Il y a
all
énormément,
stage
énormément
long.
de
We have to be
travail de
mentally
bout en
prepared
bout,
for
on va se
this.
concentrer de bout
And
en
when you
bout
finish
et
the
c'est ça qui
stage, all
fait,
this stress brings
cette
you
adrénaline en même
happiness.
temps et c'est ce mental qui est permanent dans la concentration qui apporte ce bonheur.
Well, let's move on with the trucks now and see how they got on or off the dunes. Wishari Znazovic finishes again in the top 6 at the end of the ninth special in the dunes with a time of 4 hours 38 minutes. The Belarusian is just 18 minutes off the lead, but overall he's far from the front. More than 8 hours from the leader. At 3 hours from 6th place Nikolaev, the nearest driver in front of him. Tatra's Martin Colomy has been one of the stars of this event, 3 stage wins, but today he was powerless up against the might of Kamaz. The Czech driver finished 5th, 11 minutes 40 behind the best Russian driver, and loses his 3rd place, the place he's held for 4 days overall. So close is the fight. He drops from 20 minutes to 30 minutes behind leader Sotnikov. Russian Eduard Nikolaev here in the Kamaz was in leading place in the special today for more than 300 kilometers before losing 15 minutes at the 5th waypoint. As a result, the Dakar winner finishes in 4th place, 10 minutes off the winner of the day. Overall, he's 6th, 40 minutes ahead of Kazakh Artur Ardivikius in the Astana Iveco. In the 3:12 Camels, Anton Shivalov keeps slowly but surely losing ground on the race leader. Here he comes. Dakar winner finishing in 4th place, 10 minutes away from the winner of the day. Shivalov finishes 3rd but concedes another 4 minutes 30 on his main rival Dmitry Sotnikov. Overall he's 14 minutes 27 behind. Abby's trucks don't tip over, we'll never know. Well, Sotnikov doesn't need to win specials now, but he's still pushing hard. further increases his lead over Shibalov. 2013 Silkway winner, showing just how good he is. Kamaz is now 1, 2 and 3. And for the first time since the start on July the 8th in Red Square, Kamaz managed to wipe the board. And that is because the 300 truck, Herat Mahdi, finally wins a special stage. The reigning champion of the Silk Road Rally took advantage to steal the third provisional position from Martin Kolomin. Is closing on Sotnikov now, only 26 minutes 30 behind the latter. So Kamaz 1, 2 and 3, as we said. That brings us to the results of today's stage 9. And there we are, look at that, Kamaz, a sweep of the board in the top 4. Tatra, the best of the rest, in 5th, with the Mazda Vyazic behind them. And it's Kamaz 1, 2, 3 now overall, as Tatra drops down to 4th. But can Martin Kolomi make a comeback?
It's a transition stage after a hard sun the day before. But it's a high speed stage with, again, more than 360 kilometers and with the heat outside. So it's still something difficult, even with a tough navigation at the end.
So much more action still to come this week. As you just heard Luca Fan tell us, another hard day tomorrow with the heat and the dunes. You've been with me, Mark Cole, bringing you all the stories and the dramas of the Dakar of the East, the Silkway Rally. Stay with us all the way to Chan.